Hey guys, what is up? I'm Max.
I'm Wingy and welcome back to Reacticorns.
Have you ever wondered if the Earth was actually flat?
No, we've proven it wrong.
Neither have I. I have never wondered that either. And it is definitely, most definitely, it is not flat. Like a pancake. Because a pancake is delicious. And an Earth is not delicious.
Yeah, I saw him chewing on it the other day.
on an Earth?
Yeah, on the floor.
Oh, okay. How did it look like me chewing on an Earth? Anyway, the Earth is definitely not flat. But just for like hypothetical, if it was flat,
right,
what would life be like? Have you ever thought about that?
You'd fall off a corner somewhere. It'd be
like the edge of the flat.
That'd be like a fence. Like, don't walk to this place.
Yeah. It's like a waterfall, but instead of a river down below, there's space, and it's like you're just dead.
No, I'm sure there's atmosphere before space, but you'd fall off like a cliff.
Yeah, into the atmosphere and then into space. I don't know. Anyway, that's why we're gonna find out today. We are gonna find out some random facts about what would happen if the Earth was flat. All right, let's get into it. So the first one, as you can see here, we have Earth. Because it's flat, it's like a coin.
Okay.
Alright? So what happens to gravity on a coin? Normally, because the Earth is round, gravity gravitates towards the middle of the ball, right?
Okay.
But as a coin, it all goes towards the middle of the coin.
Right, which looks like
it's kind of
Europe?
weird. Well, I don't know where, maybe Europe. But that means as you get further away from whichever country is in the middle, it gets harder and harder to get to that outside country.
Oh, because the gravity will be
It pulls
heavier.
you in.
Right, so we'll all like meet in Europe.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, like, as you get closer, the force will be less. So you're like, oh, maybe if you're next to Europe, you'd be like, oh, there's a bit of I can feel like a pull, but I'm okay here. I can just walk like this. But if, say, Australia's right on the rim, everyone's like, oh.
We'd all be hanging to the sides of our house, like trying not to leave.
That would be a weird world. I don't want to live in a world like that. No. Don't put me there. So another thing is that down wouldn't feel like down, right?
Okay.
Because down is the center of the sphere of the Earth.
Okay.
But the center is now like, say, Europe.
Right.
So
down will be across.
Down will be, crossways, like horizontal.
So would we build our cities up like perpendicular and then just stand like
this thing is saying buildings would have to be built almost like horizontally so that 90 degrees would feel like down. Right. So you'd have to build a house and then the house would have to be like this way.
Right.
And then you'd be like...
And then we'd all walk kind of like sideways.
It'd be the weirdest thing in the world. Imagine aliens came and saw this like world and they just were like, we're gonna take over this world. And then they see it and they're like, Nah, too much effort. There's something wrong with this world. We're not happy here. And they just leave.
So yeah, this picture's from a Vsauce video and this is kind of what it would look like if we built in that way.
Yeah, I love Vsauce. He's like always got all these interesting like science facts. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, definitely go to his channel as well. He's got a ton of other stuff there. Alright, so here's another example of gravity. The plants would grow in the opposite direction of gravity. So in the middle, like, right, they would grow upright. Okay. But as the tree gets towards the edge, it would like
a semicircle.
Yeah, it'd be like timber.
And then I guess at the edge they'd grow completely horizontal.
How weird would that be?
That would be weird. You could kind of step on a tree then.
Yeah, but you'd also be horizontal.
Oh, true.
So,
I'm so confused.
I don't know how it would work. I'm glad the Earth is not flat. It would be a very confusing place. So here, if the Earth was flat, ships wouldn't slowly disappear over the horizon. Instead, they would just fade from view.
Right.
Because they just get too far to be seen.
Oh, okay. So there's no like...
Yeah, because you know how like the Earth is round, so once they like come over the horizon, the sail kind of goes down, and that's how they disappear. But it wouldn't go down anymore. It would stay there because the horizon's level.
Oh, so what happens with the sun.
True. I don't know.
There would be no sunset.
Let's see if we do get to see what the sun does, and if it doesn't, we can theorize later. So because of the curvature of the Earth, if you planted two sticks at different places, the shadows would be different lengths due to the difference in the angle of the sun shining on them. But if the Earth was flat, the distance, no matter where the sticks are, the sun's in the same kind of place, so the distance would look the same.
Right, it would just be like, you know, you shone a light on something in your room and put them next to each other.
Correct, exactly. So I mean, I guess that's pretty odd. I mean, I honestly, I don't pay that much attention to shadows.
No.
But in fact, this is the whole reason why initially people found out that the Earth was round.
True.
Because they were like, why does one thing have a longer shadow than another thing? So this is part of the theory, like back in the olden days. I don't know when. I'm not that educated, okay guys? Don't ask me for the date. But that's how people realized the Earth was round. Knowledge.
Is knowledge.
Is the Lamborghini. See all these books behind me? So people in different parts of the world can see different parts of the stars and constellations and galaxies that they're all looking at the same time, but they're seeing different things. But if we had a flat Earth, everyone would see the same thing. We're all just looking up.
Well, isn't that kind of cool?
I guess that is kind of cool.
We're looking into the same sky.
Yeah, you know that we all live under the same sky? Technically you don't. I'm looking at, you know, Orion over here. My brother in China, I don't have a brother, but my brother in China, they're looking at whatever. I don't know any other star constellation than Orion.
Sagittarius.
Help me. Sagittarius. What?
All the zodiacs are stars.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm knowledgeable. Knowledge. Anyway, this is nice. Like, we all live under the same sky. It's quite a nice feeling. It's not true, but it's got a nice feeling. Yeah, this picture also to me looks like a contact lens.
It does.
I'm just imagining. What? Oh, imagine like a picture of the Earth as a contact lens. How cool would that be?
Isn't it that?
Yeah, you'd look like the goddess of Earth.
Oh, you mean have a contact lens
Put in your eye.
that looks like Earth?
Yeah, dude, do it.
The Earth may be flat for this unicorn.
I kind of want it to be flat, just for this last one, right? And for contact lenses. But okay, so now what would happen to the sun then?
Yeah, we didn't actually cover the sun. Would we be burnt to death because there's no night?
I mean, when the sun goes under the Earth, there will be night, right?
Oh, okay.
Everyone would have night and day. I think it would still go up.
So that means we'll all have the same night and day.
Yeah.
There'll be no like time zones and weird
correct.
like, wow.
That'd be kind of cool.
So we are literally under the same sky and the same time.
Yeah, and I think the sun would rise as well. It's below the Earth, right? And then it comes up. So we'd still have a sunrise. See, we teaching things about situations that would never happen. That's how good we are.
Yeah, that's very useful, guys. Super useful.
Anyway, guys, hopefully you thought that was interesting about like these random things about what would happen if the Earth was flat. I mean, obviously it's not, but you know, hey, we like to take you on wild journeys sometimes. And you know, unicorns might live in a flat world. You never know. Maybe that's where we come from.
Yeah, maybe. We all walk horizontally up the wall. Things we do as unicorns.
Anyway, we'll be back again tomorrow with a new episode.
And we'll see you guys then. Bye. Guys. Love you.